Good evening.
Good evening. And it actually is the evening for once.
Yes.
George and I are filming late on a Monday night because we both have shit that we have to do this week.
Kevin's going to another country, and I'm going to Jersey, which is like another country.
I'm going to another country?
Yeah, aren't you going to Cuba or some shit? The Dominican Republic?
I'm not going to DR for months.
Oh, my bad.
Anyway, it is Monday night, May 25th. We're going to start out with the NBA Playoffs.
Oh, fuck the goddamn Magic. Fuck them right in their ass, dude. I'm seriously the Magic are going to win the whole thing.
You know what? I've said that the whole time. Everybody, I'm a big Lakers fan. I'm sure all you people out there know that. But I just think that the Magic, I think people, they're just so underrated. During the regular season, they had Cleveland's ass, they had the Lakers' ass, they had the Celtics' ass.
Dude, they shot 40% and beat the Cavs by 10 points.
Yeah.
That's obnoxious. They took 51 foul shots in the last game.
The only problem, I think what everybody forgot was when Jameer Nelson went out, everybody kind of wrote him off. And now,
Skip to Malou came right in and said, let's ball.
Yep, and he's doing the job. They're up 2-1 on the Cavaliers. Obviously, the Cavaliers have a win because of that crazy shot that LeBron just knocked. That's going to be one to go down in history. I mean, that shit was fucking just off the chain.
Not if they don't win this series.
Yeah, it will be forgotten about very quickly if they don't win the series. But nonetheless, it was a crazy shot. So they're down 2-1 in that series against Orlando. I don't think they're going to beat Orlando. No, I just don't see it. On the other side, the Lakers are up 2-1 in Denver, and those two teams are just battling out every night.
Lakers tip off here in about an hour and 20 minutes.
About an hour and 20 minutes. They start Game 4 in Denver, which obviously they worked everything out. And got Staples Center, said, hey, you can hold your Monday Night Raw event here in L.A., and he didn't have to go fuck up the owner of the Denver Nuggets in a cage match. So it worked out good for everyone. On the NHL side of things.
Oh,
Dawn. Hi, Dawn. Don's got to be really happy. We're going to give Don a big shout out because your boys are up 3-0 as of right now.
They are probably one of the best teams in hockey.
Yeah, they're playing incredible hockey. Malkin and Crosby, they look incredible. B-Dog, man, I know you want this shit to not to go down like this, man, but brother, I don't know, man. I think the only person that's only team that is capable is Detroit. I think if they do a repeat thing of last year, I think both those teams are going to end up meeting each other because Detroit is up 3-1 on the Blackhawks. The Penguins are up 3-0 on the Hurricanes. I think they're going to end up meeting. I don't know who's going to win that.
I'm putting my money on Detroit.
Detroit.
Yes. Lately, my picks have been doo-doo, so don't listen to me. But tell me how stupid I am for making a pick at all.
Speaking of dumb picks, speaking of Kevin and fucking George sticking their foot out their mouth, speaking of us just getting bombarded by keyboard cowboys, UFC 98.
Oh, and for all you people who sat there and got on me about my comment about the card not being that good, the card was not that good.
No,
the Matt Hughes fight and Sarah fight was highly disappointing, and Sarah got robbed.
Right.
That was straight highway robbery. And then what I like at the end is they go, well, now he's tied Chuck Liddell for most wins. No kidding.
Right. I mean, the night started out with the main bout. You had Sean Shirk going up against Frankie Edgar. And let me tell you something, man. Frankie Edgar looked he looked nasty.
Dude, Sean Shirk looks like a Smurf on steroids, dude. What? We already know the disclaimer if we still had our post-editor. But seriously, look at him, dude. He's like 5'4" with bigger muscles than an incredible Hulk.
Right. Yeah.
And his arms are like, he looks like a T-Rex.
But dude can fight.
Oh, and he's got a head like a cinder block. Because Edgar hit him with everything, and he just kept going through it.
And the kitchen sink. He won a unanimous decision against Shirk. I don't know if I thought Sean Shirk looked decent, but I just thought Frankie Edgar just looked incredible, man. He looked really sharp. Moving on, the next bout was Dan Miller versus Cael Sonnen.
Okay.
Sonnen looked really good. You remember that?
Nope.
Yeah.
Basically,
yeah. George was just throwing down pieces, didn't give a fuck about the first matches. Basically, Sonnen defeated Miller, another decision, and then you had.
Did you see this fight? Because I didn't see it.
No, because see what we were doing, we were going back and forth between the Lakers game, and I said, let me check the score of the Lakers game real quick. Clicked it out. Okay. Yeah, we're doing good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Clicked over real quick, and bam, turned back on the UFC, and the dude was holding his hands up. That motherfucker dropped Professor X in Hellfest. He needed the rest of the X-Men with him, man, because he got fucked up.
He beat the Pokemon dude.
Huh?
He beat the Pokemon dude.
Ooh.
His last name's Pokemon. Drew McFreddy.
Yeah, but his first name is Xavier.
And
he
his
goes
last
by
name's Pokemon.
Professor Xavier, so he goes by Professor X.
Well, he needs to go back to school.
No, he needs Wolverine and the rest of them motherfuckers to help him out because it just didn't look good. Not that any of us can
Now,
kick his ass,
Matt Hughes, Matt Sarah went all 3 rounds, and Sarah got the gift. Hughes got the gift. I'm sorry. because they obviously wanted him to tie the record.
That I thought was fucked up. We both picked. We thought Hughes would win, right?
Yeah, and
Okay.
he did win.
Okay.
But now,
But he shouldn't have won.
no, he shouldn't have.
No,
Seriously.
Sarah should have won.
Now, for all you people who watch the show and realize that we go out there and
I didn't want to get to this part.
I open my large mouth and I get us into trouble sometimes with, not trouble, but I made a bet. I said Rashad Evans will win, and if he doesn't, then we will do what we're about to do right now.
Yes, we are going to do for Hotora86. That's HOTORA 86, who is a viewer of our show.
This is for you.
This is for you, brother. We stick to our bets. If we lose a bet, we will honor that shit.
And I will tell you now, I am now not a fan, but I have a lot more respect for your urine drink. I mean, Lyoto Machida now than I used to. I've never seen anyone throw a head kick as quick as he did.
Yeah.
And my hat's off to Rashad Evans for not going to sleep in the first round, because
Yeah.
when that dude threw that head kick, I was like,
wow. Yeah, I mean, he is, and you know, I think we were saying how elusive Rashad was just because his ability to, his head fakes and his movement with his foot, but I mean, just overall being elusive, moving around, not being able to get hit. I think Nina described the best on our boards like he's a ghost, because
Yeah.
he was like a ghost. He's like one of them shapeshifters on X-Men. You know that motherfucker's like, you know,
Nightcrawler?
Like, no, who was the guy and the other guy in the last X-Men movie too?
cool. Let's
Whatever.
go back to this video.
Anyway,
So, Lyoto Machida, as we all know, is undefeated. He drinks,
15-0.
he drinks his urine every morning for breakfast, which I still find very odd. If you don't believe me, pick up a copy of Fight Magazine. I have it. It's in there. That's strange. Someone needs to explain that to me.
Right.
But he's undefeated, and he's on par to fight Quentin Jackson. And everyone sits there and says, Quentin Jackson will be a good matchup.
Right.
No, he won't. Quentin Jackson's going to walk in to a head kick and be like,
yeah. It's not to know a lot about this guy because he kind of, I mean, you can't say he was under the radar because, but he just wasn't getting credit where credit was due. Obviously, we way underrated the guy. Once you saw him in the ring with Rashad Evans, after the first round, you're kind of like, there's nothing really Evans can do. I mean, just watching it, you could see that there was nothing he could do. I mean, how are you going to take him down? You know, it just looked like it was going to be an impossible fight for Evans.
Now, how long? It seems like that belt's cursed. It seems like the guys get it one time and then lose it. They get knocked out, yada, yada. What kind of run do you think Machida has a chance at making here?
I mean, I think Machida has a chance of getting a pretty good run. I mean, he has
talking like
beat
Chuck
Bonner, he's beat Franklin, he's beat BJ Penn, he's beat fucking Heath, he's beat Sokaju, Ortiz, Thiago Silva, and now Rashad Evans. Those are like some good fucking fighters.
Yeah. And he's scheduled to fight Rampage in what, October?
October. So that's about
5 months off.
Yeah.
To drink his urine every morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, Rampage Jack's probably my favorite fighter. I just love his personality.
Yeah.
I think he's a great fighter. But I just don't. Now, I will say this. I think as compared to Evans, he's going to be more aggressive. I think he's
Rampage, I think, will
hard
definitely
head.
keep coming forward.
I think that will get him in trouble, though.
Only if he can stay inside and avoid. I mean, I don't know if Machida has. I think that fight's going to be done right here.
Right.
If Rampage is smart, he's got to get in and try to tie him up and avoid the.
The thing with Machida, though, he waits for you to do things and he counters it.
Yeah.
Not only is he elusive, but he's great at countering. I mean, he's just. And like a lot of things, his style is so fucking unorthodox that a lot of people don't know. I mean, you're talking
Has
karate.
an odd stance. He stands very open with his hands like this. It's very different than anything anyone's seen, and it's hard to bring somebody in the train.
Shotokan karate and Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
That's where Shredder was.
Yeah, I tell you what,
From
I
Teenage
think he
Mutant
would
Ninja
fuck up
Turtles?
Shredder.
He taught Shredder.
Right, but I think that this guy might be the guy that can hold the belt for a while.
Are we talking about like a Chuck Liddell run?
Possible, because I mean I don't know who could really challenge him.
Somebody who hasn't made it to the UFC yet. Vanderlei, in my opinion, can't do it. Chuck can't do it. Rashad proved that he can't do it. He's going to knock out Jardine.
Could Silva do it if he moved up to 205?
Anderson? Oh, I'd love to see a catchweight fight between those two.
That would be good.
But Anderson Silva just looks uninterested at this point.
Yeah, he does.
He's getting punished for facing, and then he's got to face, Forrest.
Right.
But anyway, Machida looks like he has the potential and all the weapons to hold on to this belt for as long as he feels the need.
Right.
So here's your tribute video. This is Kevin and I saying good night.
Yes. Peace, everybody. Till next week.